Hello everybody, welcome back to CottageBleu. My name is Gabi and today I will be introducing you to our meal and shopping planner. So you have it right here and you can see that it's a very narrow planner because this one is designed to be used on the side of your big planner. So you can also use this on your phone, which works really nicely with the shape and size of it. And I will be taking you through it today. This is the first page, so you can see here you have a space at the top for your monthly budget, also for your weekly budget, and these are not hyperlinked, these are just for you to fill in the amounts that you want to use for that month. Then you have a link to this week's menu, you also have your seasonal staples, and this is where your recipes will be located. And you can see that the whole planning system so far is heading towards the same direction of inspiring you to think about seasons when planning and aligning with that natural cycle. So I have separated them between fall and winter and spring and summer. You also have special occasions because I feel like sometimes the food or the meals that we want to prepare for those things are not the same things that we cook on a daily basis, so I separated them by buffet style or formal, just to mean that you will have a menu with an aperitif, a starter, a main and a dessert. Then you have cycle syncing, again something that for me is very important, so you can then select what are the best meals for each phase. And finally you have the links for all your ready menus, your inventory, your shopping list and your notes at the bottom, and all of these links are also the ones on your sidebar here, side tabs, so you have them all hyperlinked there. So starting with this week's menu, you have the link here at the top and you can also click it on your screen here. If I turn my pen on, there we go. So this week's menu is just a place for you to either write down the meal or paste the picture. It doesn't have hyperlinks, so all of these are empty boxes, they don't go anywhere. And you also have a tiny space for notes at the bottom, and you also have hyperlinked the shopping list. So you can plan what meals you're gonna have and then just write down what you need to buy, what items you already have, any notes you want to make, and the expected cost of that grocery shopping. Then the next page are the ready menus, and these ones you can just then create 6 menus that you want to rotate throughout the months, and of course you can change them and update them as often as you want, but it is quite nice to have 6 weekly menus that you think are your staples, that they work well and that you can just rotate them to not eat the same every week, but also not have to really think of what to eat every week. I know that it will take me a bit to get it done because preparing 6 menus is quite a job, but I think it will help me in the long run to stay connected and make sure that I am eating what I want to eat in the long run, and that I'm not just ending up falling for eating something that is quick or something that is not as nutritious just because I don't want to invest that weekly time planning what to have. So you have 2 options of doing this. You can click on, of course, your menu. I filled it in just to show you that you could just write down what you want to eat for each meal, but you could also use pictures, which I think will be a really fun way. So again, you have your weekly menu set up, and you also have its shopping list that you can prepare again, and then when you have your week you can just select what menu you want to use, copy it and bring it to this week's menu. So you can just dry erase kind of this page, and hopefully that will make your meal planning a lot easier because you already have your menu and your shopping list done. If you don't want to use the words and you still want to keep it visual, you can certainly use pictures. So I will set up this one with a few pictures that I just pulled from Pinterest, and I have to say I'm very hungry now, so everything will look very similar because I was just within the same search area. So yeah, everything looks so yummy though. So let's say we could have this for lunch. Then we could have this toast, looks kind of yummy. So we could have this one for breakfast. I think the only step I'm missing here is having a chef that can actually cook everything for me. That would be a great thing to include with your planner, don't you think? So let's say you do that, and then you want these snacks. I'm not giving you an idea for a menu, please. I'm just showing you how to use the pictures and stuff. So yeah. And then for dinner we're gonna have some salmon because, oh god, look at that. Okay, so is this a square? Fine. Okay, so now you have all your meals with pictures. Let's imagine you have done the same for the entire week. I know this will take a lot more time, but how lovely is it to see what you are going to eat like this? I think especially if you're looking forward to eating healthier, or you want to go on a diet for whatever reason, or you just want to be more focused on what you are eating or how you're eating, having a visual of it is just so useful. So I think I will take the time during the Christmas break to get this set up. I am excited about it. Fine. So again, you will make your shopping list, and then when you get to the week that you want to use them, you just copy all the pictures and you bring it to your this week's menu. And what? Nope. Okay. Let's just delete all of that. Imagine this was last week. We're not eating the same 2 weeks in a row. Never done that, ever. Totally have. Sometimes it's just easier. It's easier not having to think. I think the part that I dislike the most about eating is thinking about what to eat, because I love eating. I absolutely love it. It's pure joy. And that's why I like to know what I want to eat, because otherwise once I'm hungry, I'm just like, give me anything. I eat pretty healthy anyway, but I would like to eat balanced, not just healthy as in I eat fruits, I eat veggies, but actually figure out what works best when. That would be very exciting. So that's it, and I'm just going to move forward a bit quicker here, because otherwise this will be a very long video. So we were just here in this week's menu, and now I'm going to jump into our recipes. So here you have your fall and winter, and you have your spring and summer that will have the exact same setup. So these ones you have 4 categories. You have your breakfast, you have lunch and dinner, you have snacks, and desserts and bakery. I included more options for lunch and dinner because I think you will want for the season to have more than 4 options. Well, it's actually 8 for the rest of the things. But the cool thing about these pages is that you are going straight to your recipe, as you were probably expecting. But I'm very happy with that. So you have space at the top to say what this recipe is about. So let's say we're going to say this is let's just keep my handwriting because it's not really working today. So let's say this is our avocado and salmon 6. This is clearly not matching the picture that I'm going to use, but again, we just want to make this video work. Okay, so let's say we put that there, and you have room for the stars. And you can then just fill in how many servings your recipe is for, how long it takes to prepare, and then the ingredients. So you can write them down. You can also mark if they are gluten-free, if they are dairy-free, and you can then just write your instructions down here. And you have some space for notes as well, and of course the space for your pictures. So let's just find something with salmon and sticks. I will use the same one I used before. And actually, once you have them all in your recipes, you don't need to crop them all over again. You can just go to your recipe and choose the picture from there straight away. So I'm going to just put it like that. So instead of being in frame, it just looks a little bit more fun. So that will be it. And you can then just go back to the season by going, if you click again on the winter and fall, you will be there. And I forgot to do one thing which would be very useful. So, oh god, now where is it? Oh Lord, where are you? Okay, let's just find it here. I don't know where it ended. Where did you go? Oh, it ended up on the breakfast page. Well, let's then imagine it's a breakfast dish. So you will go to your season and then just paste your picture here. There we go. And you can then also copy the title so you don't have to write it again. And that's it. So you can start building all your menus with recipes. The idea here is not for this to be a cookbook, not for this to be a place to load every single recipe that you have and every single recipe that you know. It's just for you to have the ones that you think you're going to eat this season. So just focus on the next 4 months ahead. If you want to use this as a permanent recipe locator, you're welcome to use it. To avoid the document getting too big, too heavy and laggy, I will then suggest having multiple of the files instead of trying to have everything in one. But for a seasonal meal planner, I think it will work really well. And you have then again the same setup for every single category. If you go here, you go to your next season. And then going back to the main menu, if you go to the special occasions, then you have the same setup to do buffet ideas. So, sorry, I said the same setup, but it's not the same setup at all. It was, and then I changed it, and I'm very happy with it. So the idea here is for you to have the ideas for a buffet. So for example, let's say you want to do a plate of cold cuts, whatever. So you put the picture here, and then you can put the ingredients that you would put in there and the brief instructions. Normally buffet meals don't really take a lot of work, and if they do, you still have the space to write that down. And you have 2 pages for buffet ideas. So these ones, the full boxes are not hyperlinked anywhere, so those are just for picture purposes. And then you have a page 2 with another 6 meal ideas, and then I created a separate area for the kids buffet because I imagine that probably the ideas for one and the other will be quite different. And again, you have a page 2. You can still find them all by navigating left and right. And then you also have your formal meal plan. You have 3 of them, and you can make them if you, for example, want to plan for Christmas or a family dinner. It doesn't necessarily need to be a formal dinner, but just a dinner that you want to think of having some aperitifs, some starters, some mains, desserts and things like that. So this will be quite nice, and you have menu 1, 2 and 3 looking exactly the same, and you can put here what you are planning for. We're going to jump then to cycle syncing. The menu is on the same page as the ready menus because it felt quite pointless to create another page just to have these 4 links. So you can put here when your cycle is happening, so from which day to which day it's your menstrual phase, from which day to which day is your follicular, and so on. And here you don't have recipes, you have just an idea to put the best meals, so the ones that help your body best at each phase, and you have 2 pages for each phase indeed. And it's the same setup as you've seen for the buffet. Again, these ones don't go anywhere. And then finally you have an inventory. I'm very happy about this one. I'm loving this one. And it's just that. It's an inventory of your house. So you have your fridge. At the bottom here, you have all of the hyperlinks as well. So you don't have to go back to the main page. But again, you can also just swipe to find your And finally, you have a space for notes. There's just a blank page. And you also have your shopping list that is not related to your week menu, but it is conveniently located behind it. So I'm very excited about this planner. I think it's one of my favorite accessories for the CB planner, and I'm very excited to have it as well in my phone. My plan at the moment is to fill it all in with all my recipes and my ready menus, and then I will export it as a PDF to keep it in my phone, so I have access to my meals and not the recipes like I'm going to be randomly cooking at work, but maybe it sometimes happens that I'm scheduling my grocery shopping on my lunch break at work, or I'm at my boyfriend's house and we want to plan meals for whatever reason, and I think it will be just very useful to have this. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it. You will soon find the freebies as well if you are subscribed to the newsletter, so you can decorate your planner and add some stickers like the stars in the recipes that I think look very cute. If you're not into stickers, you can also very easily just draw on your star like so and just color it inside, or not. Maybe you don't like the stars. But I did, so I incorporated them there, and I think with gold, to be honest, they look a lot cuter. That's not a very happy star that I made, so you will do a better job at it. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye bye.